Hi guys, on our previous part we worked with our photo that has some effects, something like this, and we have the main photo that was something like this debris was this debris, and that was another debris. We edited, and this is the color, and we added some effect also. We made our grass looks much more greener, and there this also looks much more greener, and we have some effect on our sun. So much effect we added. Now you see there is the glow, and there is the light leaks. There is the top shade shadow, there is the bottom shadow. And now just save it. Mm, now we can close it. Let's make compare. Let's make a compare between those two photos. This is the original one, and what is the sorry, this is the original one, and this is the edited one. So you say what looks much more comfortable and professional. If I remove these layers or leaves, that made more comfortable, but this will take some time. We will not go for that. We are here to just basic photography with Photoshop. So I made, or I showed you how to do this. You see the first photo, original photo, raw photo, and the edited version. Okay, I think you must go for this version. Okay, let's close them all. Now I have another photo of him. I took two shots of him. He was cycling, and another shot of him. He was cycling. Now tell me which version you will like much. This or this? Which version? This version is much more fuller than this later version, but I know you will say this. I will like this photo. Why? Because this photo has the full focus, and the focus is perfect, and this photo doesn't have the focus well. So whenever you take a photo, please note that your focus is right. Okay, please pay attention to the focus. It's very much important, you know. So okay, mm, I can edit either this photo or this photo. uh, which should I go? Okay, this seems much better. This needs only some kind of fixation, not much fix. Almost this image is good. We need little bit fixation, so let's fix it. Open it with Photoshop. Now there is a mess. I just clear it. Okay. Okay, everything is fine. Now everything is on default state. We don't need much on Photoshop raw mode. Let's see the natural color. What is the natural color, or can we bring the natural mode? No, it's too much blue, and if you increase it, it's too much greenish. No, it's not working. And let's see with the tint. No, it's not the way I want you. mm, okay, this is quite right. And let's hit the black. No, hit the white. Now hit the shadows. uh, no highlights must not be increased. Contrast has a little part here, let's increase it. And exposure, no exposure has no work here. I can decrease the shadow, but it will also darken his face. White, no. Shadow will increase his face brightness, so I will increase it, and I will turn down the black, so it becomes black. Okay, this is it. I don't need much more fixation here. Okay, I open it. Okay, now my image is opened, and I need some fixation on this photo, but not much fixation. So what I will do now? Can you say what I should do now? So the problem solving answer, what you should do on this photo. So at first, let's see, this is our subject, and he is looking here. He's looking this region, and we have a distraction on this region, this plant, this tree is not matching its color. Okay, all the background plants or side plants are quite darkish, but this plant, though it is faded, but its color is not faded. To do this, we have to some kind of we have to darken it. We can do this many ways, like we can go to adjustment layer and hit brightness and contrast, and just hit its brightness like this. Okay, this will work. Now you see, already this image is looking much more okay. uh, when you bring down the brightness or something like this, no, we will not go so much. We will do this something like this. Okay, something like this is enough. And if you had a brush, then you can adjust the areas which should be applied the darkness. But I think this is not a good idea. mm, just we can add darken this area and these plants. Or simple trick, just made a copy and overlay or subtlay. Try which one works best. mm, um, uh, okay, this multiply works best. So I take this rectangle and increase the feather like 200 and select this region and delete them. And as this is too much, we have to reduce the value. This is 0, we can increase this by something like this. Okay, and on the top there is a vignette. It has come from it. No matter, no problem, it's not making a great problem. Okay, now this photo looks much more greater than before. And now if you want to add effect something like golden, as it will shoot his skin tone, go to layer and bring some kind of skin tone, something like this. Okay, hit OK. Now fill it color, and give a overlay, mm, this kind of overlay, and decrease it. Okay, this has many methods. You can use either soft light. Soft light just works on the area you uh, uh, set. I will like my character should have skin tone like this, but other regions shouldn't have this color. So I go here and decrease the feather only to 5% and delete the other areas color, like this, like this, like this. This is just for fast process. Hit Ctrl D. Now take the eraser and manually erase them. Okay, I have erased them. Okay, let's zoom it and erase it from his body. Hit bracket to reduce the brush size, eraser size, and this is just a rough edit, I just remove the golden color from his body, and if you think that this golden effect is good for his hair, you can keep it. I erase them. Now his hair has some kind of yellowish look. If you say that it's good, then I keep it, and if you think that it's not good, I can remove it also. Let's remove it. Let's see what happens. Okay, there is not much difference. Okay, so let's check where the color or where the layer is left. It's not a big deal, not a big problem. Okay, no one's gonna kill me for that. Now we have the picture and our subject is looking somewhere, and this is a cool picture, I think. Now let's save this. Go to save as, and go to our photo folder. Now let's save it. Okay, now let's compare both of the pictures. This is the original one, and this is the edited one. Which one is great for to you? Now say this is edited one, this is original one. Original and edited. Original, this one, and edited one. Most probably you will say that this edited one is good because its color skin tone is fixed, the obstacle of this plant is fixed, and there is a little bit vignette on this picture, and this one has some problem that was making this photo quite flat, this tree, and his skin tone was darker. So for now this tutorial or this fixation part is done. I will not go for these pictures as these are normal photographic scene, like this is looking somewhere, and this is some kind of random shots. mm, this is just a random shot, man. I'll not go for it now. uh, I will go this folder. I shoot many shots with this subject, and there is a problem when you shoot on a place that has many patterns, many objects, that may make a problem for you, great problem, because those objects, many little objects create a problem. Our eyes goes distract with them. For example, let me show you. We went to a rail station, and my subject stand there to have a photo. Okay, this is not a photo, this is the photo. For example, you see he's standing here, but his background has so many objects. These are the poles, this this is the train, and these poles are distracting my eyes. Okay, my eyes are going to distract where and where, man, what is to look, what is to find. This creates a big problem. So whenever you have the chance, try to avoid a small objects, many objects. Always try to have a plain background. And my luck is that I used zoom lens that blurred the sub object. That saved my day. Okay, let's see the properties, what lens we used. We used, you see, focal length is 250 mm, so this is zoom lens, this must be a zoom lens. So as this background has blurred, so my luck was favored. I saved my picture, but if it wasn't blurred, then I was gone. Let's see another picture. Okay, I saw this. Now let's have a look. Okay, this photo is a good photo, but what I said you, there is many objects around my subject, so I'm gonna search whether the subject is, oh my god, and there is a background that is blurred, but it's also distracting my eyes. I know you will say that this part is dark. Okay, there was no participant around me to hold reflectors or something like that. Only I and this model was there. We had a vacation um, day that day, so we didn't have much time to call someone to come. We just take the camera and go to our spot. Okay, we were on just hurry, so we didn't make it to have a reflector. If we had a reflector, then it might be much more better. But what to say, we have to do now. We have to do what we have to complete our work, now this frame is good and this looks fine, but the problem, we can't handle that so much objects on our photo and creating a distraction on our photo. Now somehow I just edited them and color correction them and give it to my model. He's my friend. That's how I save my back. But it's not a thing you should go. Okay, you should try to avoid this kind of matter, otherwise you will the trouble. Now when you don't have much to do, you can do another thing. You shouldn't go for long frames. Either you could try closer frames like this will lessen the distraction problem. Like you see, this is much bigger, this is bigger, this is bigger, but it's helping me to reduce the distraction problem. Okay, gosh, I have the reflector that time, then it maybe it was much more better photos. What to do now? What I can say. Okay, this is the photos I have with him. Okay, now let's try to achieve bring out some photo with these photos. Okay, now this photo doesn't have, he doesn't have much much on his face. Can we save this photo? What do you say? Can we bring out this photo to life? Let's see. Okay, let's go to let's see the number of this photo. This photo is 128. Let's open this image number 128. This is it. Let's bring it up. Our previous photo is opened. No problem. Let's try with shadow. Okay, now we have his face, some parts color. Let's try with black. No, black doesn't have anything much to do. Okay, highlights is the back side color. We must reduce this. White can help us. No, it's not working. Let's bring the clarities a little bit more. And the black, no, black. Our face are his face needs much light, so we have to first fix or try to fix it. Okay, I think this is quite okay. Let's hit okay. Now man, what is this? Let's close it. I don't need it to open on this condition. Let's open again. We have the previous edited values. Now let's open it. Now we have to be very careful with this image, as we have to save this image. We can save this image by resizing, by resetting its crop area. We have to crop this image accurately. Then we can save this image. It will become a important image or valuable image, or either we have to color correct it, then we can save it somehow. So which way we will go, or we can edit blur effect on background to save this image. Whatever we go, we have to do something. So let's think what we should go. Now at the first, I will try to reduce the distracted area. So like this train, I don't need this train. It's not gonna working for me. My model is here and he's looking. Be careful. My model is here. He is looking this region. So this region is important for me, and this region is not important for me. This is totally waste. Okay, this doesn't have any kind of value right now. Okay, and it is his top side. Okay, this is enough, and his bottom side, as he is sitting, and his shoes and the background and the bottom side is quite enough. Now as I see that this region is not necessary for me, either I could clip or crop from here, or I can keep this rail butter rail still. It's up to my judgment where I want to start. Either I can keep this like this, or I can go for this also like this. Only the rail frame will be there. I have both the freedom, whatever I want to do. Then I can decrease the area and keep only this portion, or if I want to have a railway or a station's look, then I can keep it also. But this area is not any meaning for me. So hit Ctrl Shift Z and Z and Z and Z again. I will go for this region. I will leave this area. I will take I will I will keep only this area, and I will keep this area, as it is explaining that he is on the station, or little bit more, to explain he is on a railway station. And as this has this stair still has come from upside, to clear it I can keep this region, and this it will be uncompleted. So make it a complete look, I can keep it to this frame. Okay, as my object has much less areas to be distracted, now I have to make them darker look. They must have darker look than my subject. So I told you there is two way. Either I can brightness, contrast, I can control them with brightness and contrast, or otherwise mask them by duplicating all that. Let's try with brightness contrast first. Okay. Now bring down the brightness little bit more and more. Something like this is enough. Okay, and I don't want him to be dark, so I have to erase this, and it is not erasable, as this is a smart object, so it's not gonna work for me. So what I have to do, I have to delete this. I will delete this. Now I will either try the second way, just making a copy, and just go to overlay, and let's try which one darkens the image. Okay, this is multiply, color burn, linear burn. Okay, lighten. Okay. On this method I think that multiply works quite good, but we have to turn down the opacity. Let's keep it somewhere between like this. Okay, this is enough. And what do we have to do? Just bring the brush here and delete the regions that I don't want of my subject face. Okay, I have deleted them now. Okay, now it's okay. There it is. We have edited this. It's much more better than before. Now there is another problem, or I forgot to say that you can either fix this image on another method. Let me show you how. At first turn off this layer. Now go to new layer, and take paint bucket tool and go to the color, fill color, go and apply black, and let's check which method works best. At first bring down the opacity like 60%. Now let's check which one works best. We see that almost everything is same. Lighten, overlay, sublight is working quite good, and we can, if we increase, it's much darker, but if we increase a little bit more, then it's nice. Then similarly we can take the brush and remove the color from our subject face. Okay, we don't want our subject to be darkened, so we can remove the color from our subject face. And if you think that you are removing so much color, then hit Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, and uh, and go to your brush and turn down the opacity to something like 39%, flow to be around 40%. Then you can erase them slowly. It's impacting its slowly. You see, this point I will work on just the face part. I will not touch the touch his body. You see how it works. Okay, this is the quick fix. Just add a black layer and just delete the area you don't want to, and this is done. And this is also works, this also works, this also works. Both of them works on different way, but it's up to you, whatever you will like. Okay, so this is how somehow we set our image. You maybe go for this edition, sorry, you may go for this frame also. This frame is also correct, like this. It's not a problem, as he is looking here and I have kept some place right here. This also works fine. So I have shown you how to save this image, and there is some works we need to do with his skin color, but I will not go for this on this image. I'll just go to my computer and save this for now. Okay, I don't need to save. Let's see. So as I told you, you should try to avoid those area that has many objects that creating obstacle on your photo. Okay, now let's see another photo. Let's see, what is this? No, it's not gonna work. It has some problem. Let's see, on the face we have some problem, and this has also problem. Now let's see in this photo. I have turned it too much yellowish. I don't like it. I will edit it now, retouch it, and let's see what we can do with this pose. He is posing right by sitting there, and by sitting there I choose this frame must be much better but it has some kind of color problem, so we have to fix it. So now first bring it to the Photoshop. Now what correction do we need? At first our photo doesn't have much sharpness, so at the first stage we may increase its sharpness by adding or increasing the clarity. You see, I hit mouse arrow up, this clarity, or you can do this by hitting contrast, but both of them works separate way. Contrast works this way and clarity works this way. Okay, both of them are quite different. So I do this by contrast. I have added some sharpness on my image. Now I am quite happy with my image. Now I think my shadow is perfect. I will not increase. If you think that we should increase the shadow, we can increase it. If we increase it, then our these hidden parts will be visible, uh, and we less down, then these parts will be invisible, hidden. uh, okay, let's say that we will keep this part somehow revealed, little bit revealed, not totally hidden, uh, like something. Okay, I keep it something like this. I think this is perfect. Now let's check about highlight. Okay, this is the thing that is killing our image, so we have to turn it totally down. Let's see what is white is doing here. This white has some kind of effect. Now let's see what we can do. If I turn it down, it looks something like this, and if I hit the black, then it have something like this. So this is quite tough now. uh, Whether I should go stick with this or not. I will increase this and increase the clarity. Now his face is looking quite unnatural. We will fix it later, but you see here is the light is killing us, so we have to do something for that. Highlight is down, but this is not going, so we have nothing to do from this point. Now mm, uh, let's go to individual colors. Here is the saturation. We may increase the rate. Okay, it's increasing and looking pretty cool. Okay, we have increased the rate, but not that you shouldn't do it too much. That will add some noise on image. Okay, red is fine. Yellow, orange. Where is the orange? Oh, there it is. So we can increase it also. Now the yellow part, is there any yellow part? Yes, the yellow parts are on there. mm, okay, we can increase them too. And there is the green. No, green don't have any properties here. Aqua, no, aqua, there is not any function of this aqua. Blues, yes, blue has some impact. My actor's dress is blue and his shoe is blue, so we can increase it. The purple, yes, the purple has also function. You see there the purple. Okay, I have increased it. And on the magenta, magenta is working here, so we have increased this. Okay, now the color correction part is doing its job. Now we go to the main setting. Now open our image. Now let's see what we can do with this photo. Don't know what's the problem. There is the light and there is the high contrast is killing this image, and we must mask this. We must mask this. So let's at the first let's make it as a layer. Now we can duplicate it. Now we have to test with some different settings, like start from normal. Now check them, which one makes it much more darker. Okay, we are checking it. We see that difference is making it darker. So and subtract also making it darker. So we will go for subtract, or you can do this by adding a black layer also. mm, Both of them will work. Let's see what it does. This is a rough. Okay, sorry. this will not work. I have to take the brush. No way. Let's take a bigger brush. Okay, something like this. I will delete my subject face and these regions. Okay, these regions. Okay, I have turned down this region. Okay, okay, and now this is okay. Oops, that's bad edit. Okay, now his costumes are cleared and a little bit sorry and there is a little bit problem still now. Okay, now as a draft I think this is enough. Now here is the bad edit. It's not a problem. Let's just increase it. And let's bring down the opacity much more and hit it like this, and this is done. Okay, this is done. Now somehow it came back. Okay, okay, don't know how it remained dark still now. I thought I have removed it. Okay, maybe we should increase this setting. Okay, I don't want these areas to be darkened, so let's remove them from here now and bring down the opacity something like this and increase the brush size and fine adjustment them. Okay, and now we have to reduce it according to our setting. Okay, now I think this is quite perfect. Now our characters skin tone may need to be fixed. What do you think? Yes, I think. Now let's make a new layer and go to the color, and let's take something like this and hit OK and fill it with this color layer, and let's make the opacity about 58% or something like this, and let's go to the effect that is shooting best. Darken, multiply, darker color, and okay, color dose also working. Okay, overlay is also working. Soft light, I think this mode is working the best. Soft light. If you have much more demand on your photo, then you can go with it. This is fine. And if you think that only skins need to be the color tones and these areas doesn't need, then just delete them like this. Increase the opacity first, and I just remove them manually, like this. Then they will not have the effect, and from here I remove them. Okay, now some of the parts of this photo only have this yellowish tone. Okay, this is it. sorry. Okay, now it's way too good, and let's crop it from his this. Let's crop this part. Okay, now it's much more better than before. uh, let's save this image. One thing we have to be careful that now this sunglass have a golden effect on this, but our photo looks much more better, so we'll keep it. Let's just save it. Go to our computer, edited photo with JPEG, and then save it. Now what the difference we have now? This is the original photo, and this is the edited photo. This is the edited one, and this is the this is the original one, and this is the edited one. The edited one looks much more vibrant, and his skin tones are also corrected, and we could adjust his skin tones more accurately, more perfectly, if we give it much more time, much more patience. Then we can achieve much more better results. But as we don't have much more time on this project, so we will keep going on next photos. So this is the our edited one, and this is was the raw one. So much more difference. Okay, this is a photo you gonna love, and this is just a plotting. Look, his pants doesn't have any apple, and his shoes doesn't have any apple, and the place he is sitting, it also doesn't have any apple on this photo. And this area is looking dull, this is dull, and his skin tone doesn't look natural. It's some kind of it's not a yellow tone, and it's not a darker tone, it's somewhere between them. And this background is hurting our eyes. Oh my god, I can look it. So on this image we have his pants looks much more cooler now, his shoes is looking more good than before, and this platform has much more cute color now than the before, and the top of his head is also looking much more better, and this distraction is now gone. We will not look there what is there, and here also it's blocked. So this is the photo now we edited. Now let's have much look on our next photo. What we have, let's see what is this image is about. Oh no, I don't like it. It's not fine. No, no, it's not gonna work. So this is for this folder. I don't have anything much good on this folder. Now check this folder. This is a raw photo. That means it's natural photo. uh, it was taken on dawn. It was about dawn, and it was a winter season, and I took this photo there. And this is from a rice field. This is the horizontal version, and this is the vertical version. This one is not much clear, but this one looks cool. So there is nothing much to be said with these images. You can get these kinds of fantastic effects when the sun is going up and the sun is going down. Please if you don't have much more time to photography, then whenever you have the chance, get up on the morning when the sun rises, just go here and there and take natural photos with the sunlight. The natural glow, the natural golden color will help you much uh, than the daylight. And when the sun goes down, that time sun also create a lovely color and lovely effect on the nature, so you will get very good photos on that time. Let's move to another folder. Okay. Well, this was a park where I shoot this photo with zoom lens. It was my street day, so I was following a man who was selling these toys. um, Maybe I could make a photo story, but I wasn't careful about that, so I took just quite series of shot. And now let's see what we have got. You see here, mm, the man has left his toys to be sold. mm, Now it's a zoom version. You see, this versus this, both are the same photos, but this looks plain, doesn't make attraction, and this makes a sense. This is a complete photo. So what's the difference between them? Now let's open this image and cut our previous image. I don't need it, not it we don't need it right now. Just open this image. Okay, we don't need any color correction on this image, uh, or if you want we can increase it, just adding some shadows or adding some exposure. I will not go any of them, I will just open. Okay, I have opened the image. Now if I uh, crop this bottom part of this area, as this bottom part doesn't have any relativity with our image, this is the subject, that is the toy is placing on the ground and right here, but this field doesn't have any relativity with our photo, so I will delete this. I will keep only this portion, something like this. Okay, and I hit enter. Now there it is. uh, this is the cropped version and this is the original version. So you now understand the difference between the cropped one and the original one. Okay, so I just cross it. I just close it. Now let's see another images. This is the edited one and this is the original one. This man is searching for the seller. Where is the seller gun? Now this is random, this is random. This is the starting. He is starting to set his toy stand. He is looking for his customers and he is waiting for his customers. He is searching if any customer he could find. Man, he's standing and he's arranging. Okay, now on my view this is the perfect photo frame among these photos. Okay, why I think that? Because uh, this is the toy stand, this is the main subject of my image, and this man is arranging this. Okay, this is creating a story. This is a toy stand and this is the toy seller, and he is arranging these balloons on his toy stand. This makes a story. A toy seller is arranging his toys on his stand. This is a story. This is a complete story. This is a single frame and this has a full story. And he is standing on a park on this ground where there is a road, he will go to this road, and there on the background there is people, so he will sell them to the people, and this is evening time, so it is darker, so one frame making a full story. Okay, this is why I think this is the most perfect frame among all of these frames on this folder. Right now he is standing and searching for customers. Peoples are going but not taking his toys. He is standing again. He is standing again. This is also perfect. Now this one, I think this is the another one that can be called a perfect frame, cause this man is looking on his toys, hoping, gosh, it would, gosh, I had much sale right now. Oh, it's evening right now. I have to go to home. Do the toys will be sold or not? He's thinking on his head. He has tensions, and his tensions are on his face. You see, and he's looking at his toys, and the time is there, and the field is there, and his location is also there. This is also a good photography practice. Please keep in mind that photography tells, it speaks. Whatever you shoot, it should speak. This photo is speaking, and it's telling us a story. So uh, this is called a perfect street photo. So you just don't go and click and click, just try to have some kind of story. Okay, okay, he is searching for customers. This is random, this is a random, this is also a random photo. Okay, now that season, that series is done. So mm, what we learned from this series, that whenever you shot a photo, uh, please try to make some story out of it. You can click hundreds of photos, but maybe only one photo is speaking a story, so that's the good shot, and another 99 shots are just a random click. Now the question is, can we edit this photo? There is lots of debate among the photographers. Some say that if it keeps the natural area or natural timing, don't edit it. Like this photo, it's having details about its time. It's evening time. Uh, so I shouldn't edit this much. I can just fix some corrections, and some other photographers think that um, whatever the photo it is, or I can edit some effect on my photos, like it should be highly contrasted or be well balanced lighting, subject should be always be lighted good, so I can, so I don't have any problem to understand it. They are also right. Basically it's up to you which method you wanna try. So I'm gonna just try to edit this. Let's see if we have any chance to bring it some kind of light. It's 331. Okay, 331. Let's open it with Photoshop. Okay, I have opened it. Let's try with this camera raw. Okay, let's try with whites. No, it's not gonna work. Let's try with shadows. Shadow can bring those background peoples, and we need that because it's also important. Our subject is here with toys, and object is people and the place. The peoples are darkened, so we can increase them to reveal. Now go to highlights. No, I will not go for highlights much. Contrast doesn't have any value. Exposure have some value. We can increase this exposure little bit, and bring the black down. No, sorry, leave it as it is. Okay, and increase the clarity little bit more. Okay, this is what some photographers always try. They try to make their subjects lighted well, as I have done this. My subject is now lighted well. This is their way. That is also fine. And I if it was me, then I wouldn't increase them much. I just go for the shadows and increase the people's light and increase exposure little bit. Okay, this is acceptable. And now hit open. As I want to make it a feel of evening, then on the top side it's already dark and there is light, so no problem there. But on this field I would add some vignette or darken it. Just duplicate it and overlay, or what to say, let's check ourselves. You can edit either multiply also. Multiply will also work. Just take a brush, big brush, and edit all these designs. Let's increase the flow. Okay, now it's too much, so I will reduce it little bit. This is the 0. I'll increase a little bit, somewhere between this is good. Now it's affecting his clothes, so I will do some work on here too. Okay, please mind that it's a rough edit. Okay. Now the top is dark, that means it is evening, and the bottom is also dark, that also now relates our photo to evening. Okay, now you can save it. Sorry, I have to save it on the C, edited photo, and as JPEG. Okay, now we can close it. Now we can close the Photoshop too. Now here is the main photo, and here is the here is the edited photo. Let's see. This photo has revealed the customers or peoples. They are going here and there, and this photo this photo is the real one, that has too much dark, and we hardly understand that there is people. So this little bit correction is acceptable. You can edit this, you can do this, it's not a big problem. So on this photo we understand what is the perfect frame or perfect street photography, and what kind of edit on this situation can be applied. So on today's video I'm gonna take leave, and we see you on our next video. Till then, bye.